Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving yourself. Thank you for thank you for healing. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for breathing life into yourself, so you can share that life with other individuals. Thank you for loving yourself. Thank you for honoring yourself. Thank you for cherishing yourself. Thank you for continuing to be on this journey. Thank you for taking care of yourself. Thank you for getting rest, for pouring into yourself. Thank you for being patient, kind, compassionate, loving with yourself so you can extend that energy to other individuals. Thank you for being purposeful. Thank you for being intentional. Thank you for just showing up every day, being consistent, being persistent, even if that does seem, challenging. Like, check in with yourself right now. Take some deep breaths, and check in with yourself. Ask yourself, how are you doing? How are you feeling? What is going on with you? Just take a moment to check in with yourself. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you, because oftentimes, we could be so judgmental. We could judge ourselves, or we could put shame, or we could say we're crazy. Just check in. Nicole, how are you feeling? How are you really feeling? Just ask yourself that. And so, okay, I'm going to show you. How are you feeling, Nicole? I feel good. I feel overall really content. But it's a lot being revealed to me right now in terms of my shadow and things within my Akashic records, which that's what this reading is about today. So it's a lot that's coming out, and it's a lot that's making sense. It's connecting a lot of dots for me from downloads I've received over the years, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 2 months ago, whatever the situation was. And it's disabled, because I'm always talking with my hands, and I'm passionate about it. But anyway, so things that have happened, and the veil is really thin. If you didn't see my Lionsgate video, I'm going to link that below. The veil is so thin right now, where so much coming through, and I'm mind blown, and so much is making sense, and I'm grateful to receive it, but it's a lot to integrate, and it's a lot to just sit with. And it's a lot about my shadow that's really coming out, and sometimes that's not always easy to really accept. But it's necessary, because I have to accept it in order to really fully love myself. So that's where I am. So, that may have seemed really deep. I'm a deep person. I'm just being real. So just check in with yourself. Even if it's not whatever it is, just don't judge it. If you're not feeling great, or you're feeling worried, you're feeling stressed, or you're feeling anxious, or you just feel concerned, whatever your feelings are, check in with yourself, validate that within yourself, and speak about it out loud. That is so therapeutic, to literally say things out loud sometimes. And you could speak with your, whatever you resonate with, but sometimes you have to say it out loud, because sometimes we keep so much bottled in. And especially if you have trust issues like I do, and you have difficulty trusting people with your feelings or your energy, or to hold space for you. Sometimes you just need to say it. You need to hold space for yourself and speak about it and validate that, and like, it's okay. Like, I'm telling myself, like, right now, like I said, overall I'm good, I'm content, but it's a lot that's coming out, and I'm like, but it's like, that's okay, that's me, that's my journey, that's my story, and this is just another opportunity to love and accept myself deeper. But anyway, enough about me. I just wanted to show you like how easy it is and how freeing it is. Because when you really get on this journey, the goal should be freedom. Freedom, mind, body, soul, okay? Feeling free in all those ways. So give yourself that opportunity to feel free, however that is for you. Maybe it's journaling, whatever, but just try to do these check-ins with yourself to keep yourself balanced and to really like get in tune with what you're feeling. But let's get into it. So today we are going to dive into the Akashic. In the Lionsgate portal video, I'm not going all into that right now. That's not what this video is about. I'm going to link it below if you would like to, watch that. And I was talking about some of the energies and some of the things going on collectively, so you can kind of just get some awareness for the energy that we are surrounded with right here, right now. Okay, I'm filming this. This is July 28th. 2023. This is timeless, of course. Whenever you find it, it doesn't matter. But the Lionsgate portal is now open. Okay, the Lionsgate is on August 8th, 8/8. But the portal is open now. It opened yesterday, July 27th, and it closes on August 10th this year. Okay, and so we will feel the energy the most intense August 6th, August 7th, August 8th, August 9th, and it closes on August 10th, okay? So this is an opportunity where your Akashic Records is really open. It's, the veil is thin with the spiritual realm, and the Akashic is open. And so information, if you have questions about certain things, you want answers, you want the truth, you want clarity, your Akashic is open. So all of the answers are within. The intention for this reading is to activate more hidden knowledge, activate more secrets, activate more truth that you need to know, whether it's going to be exposed in this reading or it's activating that within. So when you take your time for introspection, for meditation, for whatever that is for you, and it just comes out, okay? This is just information to help you move forward on your journey, okay? Because this is about you and your journey. So that's the intention for this reading. So let's find out. And thank you for being here. I love you so much. My name is Nicole. I don't know if I said that, but I didn't set the intention. Pile 1, so we're just gonna let that card go. Pile 1, okay. Lionsgate secrets from the Akashic, or Akashic Records information for the Lionsgate portal. For pile 1, please. Ooh. Some of you need to just like take some deep breaths. Just take some deep breaths, okay? And just breathe and just sit there with your breath and breathing, okay? That may not be for everyone. Pile 1, please. Okay, rebirth. All right, this is pile 1. How to Lionsgate portal Akashic Records reading. Okay, for pile two. Pile two, please. All right, creativity. Pile three. Lionsgate portal. Akashic records for pile three. Relationships. Okay, if you want to see all three cards together, that will be under the pile selection. Timestamps are linked below. If you would like to book a personal service with me, you could visit my website. That is also linked below. And again, that Lionsgate portal video will also be linked below. I love you. I'll see you in your reading. Hi, Pal One. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for healing. Thank you for loving yourself. Tell yourself you're doing a great job. You're doing an amazing job. You're here. You're present. You're showing up for yourself. Yes. Yes, I love you so much. Okay, let's get into this. You chose rebirth. Okay, let's tap into this. Take a deep breath. Okay, so let it out. Let it out. And you know what? When you take your breath, set the intention to be able to receive this. Set the intention to receive whatever is going to come out, okay? Say to yourself, I receive the messages that are meant for me, okay? Everything may not resonate, and that's okay. But allow yourself to receive. So there's something here about allowing. The Akashic records, the Lionsgate portal is highlighting for you, Power One, allowing, okay? Allowing yourself to receive. Allowing yourself to receive love. Allowing yourself to receive abundance. Allowing yourself to receive blessings, favor, assistance, help, support, whatever that is. Many of you, this is a rebirth around that, okay? So you're going through a transformation. This Lionsgate is going to be crucial for you, okay? You're transforming. This is Phoenix energy. For some of you, this is a huge metamorphosis. This is going from, your Akashic is open right now. So all your different layers are here, all the different colors, all the different sides of you, all the different facets of you is all coming to combine. It's like the colors are melting together to expand into a color we've never seen, because it's going to be a version of you that you have never seen before. This is what's coming out of the shadow, out of the light. It's all happening together at once, okay? This is a huge, huge transformation. Well, at least your Akashic is aligning you to a huge transformation if you allow. This is about allowance. This is about receptivity. This is about allowing yourself to receive this, okay? Because your Akashic, the Lionsgate portal, many of you have within your Akashic issues around feeling worthy of receiving because of some of the things that you've done in your past lives. Some of you have had past lives in like the void, the underworld, the darkness, whatever you want to call it, okay? Those parts within the universe where there's really no light, okay? There's just a lot of darkness. You've lived there. You've been there. You've traveled there. Maybe you got really comfortable there, okay? Like you may feel comfortable in your shadow. You may feel comfortable in the darkness. You may feel more comfortable in the darkness versus the light, okay? Some of you may have been in a place where you operate more from the shadow versus the light, okay? And or you may operate more in the light versus your shadow. You take what resonates for you. But there is with this Lionsgate portal, it's trying to help you to bring these two together, to combine it, okay? Integrate it. You see this? It's a lot of dark, it's shadow here, but there's also the light. And again, this is about melting it all together to accept it so you can emerge and rise into a new being. So if you've been operating more or you feel more comfortable in your shadow, you're being asked to embrace the light. If you feel more comfortable in your light, you're being asked to embrace your shadow, okay? So this Lionsgate is asking, again, allow this to integrate, allow yourself to accept it, allow yourself to receive it, allow yourself to feel it, okay? And if you need to forgive yourself, allow yourself to forgive yourself, because that doesn't mean that's a part of your story. Your Akashic is telling you your story. It's telling you your soul story on a deeper level. Some things maybe you didn't know about yourself. Some things that maybe you experienced that you had no idea. And so this is opening up for you with this Lionsgate portal. Let's find out some more. What do you need to know? I'm definitely getting like some of you, it's like, again, there's more comfortability in one energy versus the other. And whatever that dominant energy is that you feel comfortable in, whether it's your shadow or the light, this integration is going to be huge for you, this Lionsgate, if you allow it. Again, I have to say that because some of you may feel fearful, or it may be overwhelming, or it may be too much, or you may feel like it's too much change. And this Lionsgate is asking you to open yourself up to the possibility of where this can go. Because your Akashic is, that's the encryption within your soul, okay? So your Akashic is like, you're ready. This is opening up for a reason. It's for you to open this up. It's for you to understand. Some of you, like if you identify with the twin flame journey, okay, that's not going to be for everyone. So don't take it if it's not yours. That's not for everyone. But if some of you do, and you have like a counterpart, if you call them your twin flame or your soulmate, or whatever you call it, okay? Don't get caught on these labels. If you have a very prominent, strong soul connection with another individual, that person may have been operating more in the light, or you have been operating more in the light, and that person may have been operating more in the shadow, or switch it. You're operating more in the shadow, they're operating more in the light, however that is for you and this person. And you both are going to be integrating it. It's like you both are getting in tune with that frequency to integrate it, because that's been something that has been in misalignment, okay? That's a message for some people. That's not going to resonate for everyone. What does Pile 1 need to know? Messages from their Akashic, okay? For this Lionsgate portal, what do you need to know? Look, we cannot make this up. Listen, you could try as much as you want. The universe always wins. Do you hear me? The universe always wins. You can't make this up even if you try to. Cracked open. This is exactly what we have been talking about. The light, the dark, the light, the shadow, the masculine, the feminine, because it all comes together. But for this pile, it's more about the light and the shadow, okay? But it, again, it aligns with your masculine and your feminine energy as well, okay? The yin, the yang. And it's going back to, again, if you identify as a twin flame or having that soulmate or that counterpart, okay, this is like, here we go. It's cracked open. Your Akashic is saying right now you're cracked open. So you are extremely vulnerable right now. You're extremely sensitive right now. You're extremely emotional. Some of you may not even feel like you're really emotional because, again, your Akashic is inviting you to feel it, okay? To get in tune with what you feel, to acknowledge what you feel, to validate what you feel, to not judge what you feel, to not shame what you feel. This is about allowing, and this is about riding this wave of emotions, of feelings, of information, of clarity. You know, this is a wave. Because for some of you, I'm seeing a tidal wave. Like this may be hitting you like in a wave type, like it's just coming. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Here we go. This is alchemy. This is an alchemical process that's happening within you right now. Again, if you allow it. So your Akashic is saying, you see how this is cracked open and it's one side and the other side is trying to integrate. It had to be cracked open in order for it to come together. I just saw 10-10. For some of you, this is a cycle completion. This transformation, this alchemical process, this is about transformation, rebirth, death, rebirth, and going to the next level. So with you being cracked open like this is anything goes. This is anything can come out. This is anything. And again, for some of you, again, I'm speaking to some twin flames here or people who identify with having that strong connection with another individual. Even if you don't, okay, just take this for, it could be within you. You know, your strong connection with your masculine and your feminine or your light and your shadow. Take what resonates, okay? This is like getting really acquainted with this other side of yourself. And not only getting acquainted with this, but loving it. Loving it. Not judging. Like, say, for example, you've been operating in your light. Okay? Or shadow. Again, nothing wrong with that. You know, we're all on a journey. We're all trying to figure it out. You know? Your shadow is not your enemy. Your light side is not your enemy. None of this is your enemy. It's all a part of you. So you may validate within yourself that your shadow or your light side is attracted or likes particular things or feels magnetized to certain things, like certain people, certain situations, or just whatever it is. Things like that may be coming to you massively, honestly, and very intensely, and you may feel overwhelmed because you're open. So again, you are vulnerable right now. You are in this place of anything can go. You may just find yourself crying and you don't know why. Allow it, okay? Because it will make sense when it's meant to make sense. Or you may even find yourself crying and no tears are coming out, but it's like your emotions are just, you're feeling things really deeply, okay? Because again, you're open. Many of you, your Akashic has been open for a little while. Maybe you didn't know. Like, some of you has been open for like the last few months. Just like, and now it's like through this Lionsgate portal, it's really, like, really clear. Like, you can open your Akashic whenever, okay? Let me just say that. Like, it's not a situation where you can't tap into that. But sometimes, I know I'm speaking from personal experience, it can take me a little bit more to go there. Like, more energy is required to go there. But, like, when I was, like, meditating yesterday, it was just nothing for me to get there. And I was like, wow, like, yeah, it's really open. So this energy, again, is supporting that. And so that's why when things come through and you may feel like, oh, that sounds crazy, I don't think it's true, It's probably true. More than likely it is, you know. So trust it. All right. What else do you need to know? Yeah. Okay. Empathic starseed. So many of you are an empath, a starseed, a person, a soul that's from another planet here, another star system. You know, this is not your Earth, is not your origin. You've been all over. Many of you have been all over. You know, you've been all over the galaxy, you've been all over the universe. Yeah, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So for some of you, okay, your Akashic is saying to you, you have been absorbing things that are not yours. You've been taking on things that are not yours. So for some of you, if you are in a twin flame or, you know, counterpart dynamic, you may be taking on the energy of your counterpart that's not yours. Or your counterpart is taking on your energy and it's not theirs to hold. You know, for some of you, you are absorbing other people's energy and you're not meant to hold on to it. So the Akashic is also pointing out to you your boundaries, your energetic boundaries, how to protect yourself, how to stay present. The more present and mindful and grounded you are, the more you are protected. The more present, grounded, and mindful you are, the more you are protected. The more your energy is protected, the more sovereignty you have, okay? When you feel pulled in all these different directions, your energy is scattered, that mind is going in so many different directions, that's when you have to pull it back in, balance your energy right here, right now. Scan the room, move your body, you know, stomp your feet, move around, you know, zone in on something in your present, current surroundings to bring that energy back right here, right now. Because if you're thinking about something that's going to happen next week, if you're thinking about something that happened a year ago, if you're thinking about this ex person, ex friend, ex coworker, ex lover, like those are different things pulling on your energy. Your energy is scattered in those different places. So when you like, okay, no, right here, right now. This is what I do. I say it like 3 times. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. And I'm scanning the room and I'm like, okay, let me get focused because I can get ungrounded really quickly. And many of us are starting to come more into our empathic nature, meaning we're starting to recognize that, you know, how sensitive we really are, how it's like, you know, you can go out and you're feeling the energy of other people, or you go into a room and you're able to read the energy in the room. Things like that. We're becoming more sensitive. So when we are able to do things like that, you know, we go in a room, we feel the vibe, we feel the vibes, we feel what's up, we feel what's going on. That's energy you are attaching yourself to. Nothing wrong with that because that's part of your gift. But your Akashic is like, you have to continue to cut the cords, clear your energy, balance your energy, get grounded. Because if you don't, you are going to be consistently taking on energies that are not yours, which can infiltrate your energetic system, your mind, your body, your soul, have you thinking things that are not yours to think about, have you feeling things that are not yours to hold on to, you know, and stuff like that. So the Akashic is like, you know, pay attention to that because with you being open right now, you're extra sensitive right now. You're extra open. And so people may be mirroring back to you things you need to know about yourself or things that maybe you haven't been able to see about yourself. Or it could be a situation of you're able to see other people more clearly and you're able to see who's toxic, who's draining, who's low vibe, who's sucking your energy, who's draining your life force. Or you're putting up more boundaries with individuals, energetically and physically, because boundaries are also energetic, where it's like, you're like, no, you're not coming in my space. You're not tapping, I'm not tapping in with you. You're trying to pull in my energy. I'm not engaging. That's you protecting yourself. So, you know, your Akashic is really guiding you to another level, the next level with energetic protection, support, and sovereignty, okay? Let's find out, how is this, what chakras do you need to pay attention to? What is your Akashic telling you about your chakra system right now that you need to know, okay? Pile 1. Look at this. This is solar plexus energy, okay? For some of you, it's solar plexus and sacral. Some of you is both. But for everyone here, this is solar, which is that masculine energy, divine masculine energy, which is, you know, the ability to take action. So the Akashic Records is, not only are you working on allowing, okay, because we already talked about that, pile 1, but this is also about action and coming into your own sense of personal power. And it makes sense why this was coming up, because you're going to have difficulty coming into your personal power if you are absorbing other people's energy that's not yours. So what does that mean? Absorbing other people's fears, absorbing other people's low sense of self-worth, low self-esteem, you know, absorbing those frequencies. Because if you're an individual where you are doing your work, you're working on yourself, you're loving yourself, you're taking care of yourself, your vibration is going to be higher, okay? It's just naturally going to be high vibe, higher vibration. Even if something happens and you get a little low, if you have been in this energy of taking care of yourself and becoming more self-aware, you can go back to that, okay? But if you are around people, you know, regardless of the situation, or interacting with people and absorbing that energy where it's like low sense of self-worth, low self-esteem, they're not really confident, they're wrapped with a lot of fear. If that's not yours and you are absorbing that, this is taking away from your sense of personal power, for you feeling ignited, you feeling motivated, you feeling ambitious. And not only are you feeling that, meant to feel that, but you're meant to take action, and know that you're taking action when you're told to do so, when you intuitively feel that you need to take action, but also like that you're confident in that, you're divinely confident in that, and that you're not allowing other people, their thoughts, their energy, their opinions to shift whatever your sense of personal power is. So during this Lionsgate portal, your Akashic is saying to you, hey, this is going to help you develop more of your personal power, more divine confidence, and more of that energy of taking action. Some of you may be taking some sort of, you know, personal action during this Lionsgate, okay? Like, you know, some sort of like personal project, or it could be about your healing. It doesn't always have to be something with your career or, you know, whatever you have going on in the physical world. This could also be taking that action with healing, taking that action with being honest with yourself. That could also be the case. Let's find out what else is going on within your chakras, okay? Okay, this fell on the floor. Divine wisdom, okay? So this is like your crown chakra, and this is also your solar plexus, okay? So there's a lot around the solar plexus, but this is also the crown chakra. So the Akashic Records is opening up for you to tap into your divine wisdom, okay? And with this aligning with the solar plexus again, this is about taking that wisdom that has been given to you for how many lifetimes, okay? Tapping into who you really are. This is almost like, you can almost look at this as like, this is your Akashic. Okay, this is the book of your soul. This is like, you were there, you were here, you experienced that, you know, you did this. This is open, you know, this is your Akashic. So with that being said, this is like crown chakra, you know, and solar plexus. And this is not just about aligning you to this wisdom that's already within, because this is saying that your own individual divine wisdom is being revealed, okay? But this is saying that with the solar plexus energy, taking action to do something with it, not just like it's up here, you ground that. You get what I'm saying? Like the crown chakra is kind of like it's up there. It's the higher dimensions, right? It's like that, the higher dimensional divine knowledge and wisdom coming into you, okay? But the solar is like, the solar plexus is like, okay, we're going to ground it. We're going to integrate that. We're going to do something with it. We're going to use that to do whatever it is, you're guided to do. Okay. So this is a twofold situation. This is not about just receiving this information, which is a huge gift. Okay. I mean, say thank you. Thank you. That's a huge gift, to be able to open that up to receive it, but do something with it. Use it be purposeful, be intentional. Don't just kind of like push it to the back burner, like, oh, okay, I know that, but not now. You know what I mean? Like ground that, really sit with it, really sit with the information, the wisdom that is being given to you. So even if you don't take action on it, so to speak, you are integrating it. You are allowing yourself to really integrate whatever that message is. So you have it within and you can come back to it, whenever you need to. All right, now let's find out. Let's get your final messages. This is great. This is great. I mean, this is huge. Whatever this is for you, this is huge because, let this sink in for a second. Most people don't integrate their light and their shadow. Most people operate in one or the other and they'll go back and forth. But to have that integration where they're right here, where you can go back and forth and they're just blended together. Because again, think about the colors, like blending these colors. So it's like you're blending these colors to create a beautiful color you've never seen, okay? You're mixing it together to paint a new picture. And that new picture is you. You in a totally different way, a transformed individual, okay? So, this is really big. What are your final messages? And this is an elemental deck, so, some of us get elemental with it. What elements maybe are you being guided to, or what does your Akashic need to say about that? Final messages for pile 1. Okay, discipline, time. So you know what? This is divine timing. So what do I mean by that? Okay. And this is earth energy. There's a lot that's grounding. There's a lot that is grounding. Many of you, there is a situation where it's like, okay, you've had a bunch of past lives, okay? I'm getting that for many of you that pick pile 1, you've had quite a few past lives. But it's like that energy is just floating in the higher realms, like the knowledge, the wisdom, all of those things are just floating. You see that? How it's like these trees are floating and, it's like that. All of that stuff is like floating in the air in the higher dimensions. And it's time to ground it because this transformation that you're going through, okay, it's a couple of things here. Number 1, this energy is very fast moving with this Lionsgate portal. And so basically it's like, allow yourself to receive it, to use this, to do this transformation because it can be so quick and so like less painful because sometimes change can be tough. It's not easy, especially if you struggle with change, some of you may, you know what I mean? And change is not easy. So this energy can provide you with a fast moving transformation where it doesn't feel like it's taking all day long, or how sometimes it's like divine timing can feel like a long time. Like it doesn't have to be that long, but it requires discipline and it requires you to get focused on grounding this energy, because it's like the time is now. Like many of you, your Akashic has so much to reveal to you that you're ready to receive. Like energetically, whatever your Akashic wants to tell you, is like Pile 1 is ready to receive it. But Pile 1 has to allow it, and Pile 1 has to be disciplined and grounded, and like really be present, really be grounded, be patient, and take action with that and whatever else is revealed to you. Like I said, some of you may be like taking action in other areas, like not just like with your own healing or, protection and grounding. It may be something within your career, or it may be something within your personal relationships or something like that. Like there's some sort of action that you may need to take, and it's like the time is now, or you ground that energy and then you can do it. Something like that. I hope that makes sense. Let's get one more. Whatever this is powerful. And you know what? I'm looking at these keys here. So it's like these are the keys to your soul. You know what? I didn't even notice that before. It's something about keys, and there's something about divine timing here. It's like the keys to wisdom, the keys to your soul, the keys to the new beginning, the keys to life. Like this is big, especially with that divine wisdom coming out. Some of you, again, you have been here. Not even just here, you've been all over. Like think about if you've been all over the world, all over the galaxy, all over the universe, and all that information is just floating. Like it's literally just up there. Like it's just floating. You really, you've been tuning in, tapping in, but it hasn't always been clear. This is why you're really being asked to ground this energy. Hug a tree, get in some water, go be near the water, sit on a rock or something, get some sun. The time is now. All these clocks here, the time is now. Like you're ready. Whatever this is, you're ready. Like it's not even like a thing. Like you're ready. You know what I mean? Like, you're ready. And some of you may be afraid of that. Some of you may be, because with all this shadow here, this is like, shadow sometimes speaks to fear. Not always, but that distorted part of the shadow can be a lot of that fear. And this is like the butterfly again. You're the phoenix. You're rising out of that. You're rising out of, because some of you I'm hearing, this is correlating to like your purpose. This is where the fear is. Maybe the fear, like you're a leader, or you, like some of you are a spiritual leader, a thought leader, a religious leader, or it's a situation where you're meant to do really big things and you are afraid of that. But that may be something deep within your Akashic. You may be like, nah, I'm on my track. I don't fear anything. I'm good on that. And it's deep within your Akashic, like, no, you do. And it's okay. We all have it. Like, I promise you it's okay. It's so okay. It's so okay. But it's like, you got to sit with it. And you got to, like, tap in, like, what are you afraid of? What is it really? And it's okay. Just be so patient, so loving with yourself. Like, it's okay. What do you want to tell me? Like, what do you want to say? Like, treat yourself like you're 3. And I promise you, it'll just flow out. And you'll be like, that's it. And sometimes it is scary. I mean, you gotta be real. Like, I don't know. All right, let's get your last card, okay? What else you need to know? Pile 1. Some of you may be attracted to Pile 3. I just heard that, okay? Completion. This is what we were talking about, I think. I think I was saying that earlier. So some of you could also be seeing the numbers 444, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 911, because I'm hearing the sirens. Okay, completion, west. You see this again? This is it. Like, going back, okay. This galactic energy is strong for this pile. Do you see this? This is, again, the energy of the cosmos, the galaxy, all these different places you've traveled. Your soul has been traveling. And it's like, it's almost like this is looking like a brain. Like, it's ready. Like, this is the piece. This is the piece of the puzzle you need. Like to, you know how they say make it make sense? It's something about something needs to make sense that you've been waiting to hear or know or receive or whatever this is. This is going to complete a cycle so you can be that phoenix and rise up to move to the next level, to move to wherever it is that you need to go. And again, light and dark integration, this shadow integration, this light integration, this masculine, feminine integration, integrating to who you really are. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. And some of you may be on this path with the Akashic being open right now to really remember, to really like, this is who you really are. You know, and it could be more than one thing because we're multidimensional. Do you see how many layers this is? Like, you see all of this going on, all these different lights. Like, think about this is like all the specks of where, like all these specks of your soul, all these dimensions of your soul, all of it just coming together. And it's something here about painting. Some of you could be an artist. There's something here about the colors and like painting and like, you know, let's melt these colors together. Like, let's see what happens. Like, let's see what this looks like. And, you know, something like that. I don't know. It's going to be great, though. It's going to be fabulous, I promise you. If no one told you they love you today, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for healing yourself. Thank you for loving yourself. Keep going. You got this. Love yourself. Cherish yourself. Honor yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Treat yourself with the utmost love, care, empathy, and compassion. You got this. I love you. I'll see you next time. Hi, Pal. What are we on? Pal 2, sorry. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I'm so grateful you are here. My name is Nicole. I'm so grateful that you are showing up for yourself. You're loving yourself. You are being persistent, consistent. Even if you don't think you are, you really are. You're doing a great job. So tell yourself you're doing a great job. I'm proud of you. Thank you for being here. You chose creativity. Okay, some of you need to hear you are in alignment. Okay, I just saw 1, 2, 3. Okay, whenever I see 1, 2, 3, that's alignment. Some of you could be seeing 1, 2, 3. So some of you are in alignment here. Great job. That's not easy to be in, okay? Not easy to be in. Please, it is not. So let's give credit where credit is due. Again, so you chose creativity, so let's tap in. So you could also be seeing 1010. What does your Akashic records want to tell you? Secrets from your Akashic. You know what? That you're so creative. Let's start there. Secrets from your Akashic, that you're so creative. Like, some of you may already feel like you're creative, but some of you are not giving yourselves the credit you deserve. There's something here about like not recognizing how gifted you really are. I just saw 222, so you may be seeing 222. You are really creative. Like, your Akashic wants to show you how creative you really are. And I'm not talking about like in one area. I'm talking about multiple areas of creativity. Say, for example, like some of you, I'm already getting that like you're creative, you know, within your career. You know, you may be an artist, a fashion designer, a musician, content creator, you know, whatever that is for you, photographer. I'm picking up on a lot of different things here, okay? A model. Whatever it is that you do for your career, even, again, it doesn't matter. You insert creativity there. Maybe it's fully creative, maybe it's not, but you do insert creativity within your career. Your Akashic Records is guiding you to go deeper with that and to see yourself as this creative genius that you really are. Like, some of you already know you're a creative mind, brilliant, creative genius, but your Akashic Records is inviting you. This is an invitation, okay? This is an invitation here. Like, let's no longer blur these lines. Let's see it clearly. You may be seeing it like this, and it's time for you to really see how deep this really goes. Because for some of you, this is really deep. Some of you could be having like hip pains or like, pain in the lower abdomen, in your, the lower stomach area, or tightness down there. Of course, check in with your doctor, err on the side of caution if you feel like you need to. But that's your sacral chakra. Your sacral could be expanding, okay? It could be like kidney pain, or, drink a lot of water right now, okay? Because your Akashic is like, you really don't know how creative you really are. Like, some of you have been, no, this is real. I'm getting hot, okay? This is real. Like, this is really real. You know how they say might be too real? There's something here with that. Might be too real. I used to hear that, like, it's a song that they would say that. I forget. I think it's a Steve Lacy song where he's like, might be too real. That's what I'm referencing right now. There's something here, and you know what? Gemini energy. So some of you could be a Gemini. You don't have to be, okay? But there's a lot of Gemini energy. There's a lot of Aquarius energy. I'm getting Sagittarius energy. I'm also getting Taurus energy as well, okay? Your Akashic is saying to you, let's go deeper with your creativity. You are meant to create things that we've never seen before. Let's say that again. You are meant to create things that we have never seen before. Some of you have that ancient soul energy, okay? The soul from the ancients. You were in Kemet. You were in Rome. You were in Greece in the ancient times, okay? I'm not talking about, you know what I mean? You were in, the different parts of Africa during the ancient times. You were in the different parts of Asia during the ancient times, where the knowledge and the wisdom was just unmatched. It was just coming through, and it was so free. Some of you know what I'm talking about, okay? Maybe you're starting to remember. Remember, it's time to stop seeing it like this, and it's time to start seeing it like that, okay? There's clarity here. The Akashic is inviting you to clarity, to see it clearly, to see how clear you really are when you really tap into that. Some of you get distracted really easily, and it's because your mind is so brilliant. Some of you can't even sleep at night. Your mind is just going, because it's so brilliant. It is so brilliant. It's just that out of this world. It's so creative. Some of you talk and people don't even understand you. Or some of you, you talk to people and you're like, am I speaking another language? Like, what is the disconnect? Because your mind is really that brilliant, okay? And your Akashic is asking you to see this. But it's something about you being like, you creating things that we have just never seen before, and you're meant to do that. But it's like you have this ancient knowledge, this ancient wisdom, this ancient philosophy, this ancient energy that's grounding with the new age, with the age of Aquarius. Like, you're bringing that in, you're combining it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you're not just like, you are revolutionizing the ancient knowledge and wisdom that you have within your Akashic, because it's in there. It's already in there. It's encrypted. It's already been created. Like, some of you are going to expand upon what you've already done in other lifetimes. Like, say, for example, you were in Kemet and you were creating on the walls, like hieroglyphics and making murals and things like that. Like, you already started it. And whatever it was, it was hieroglyphics for that time. You're going to bring that to here. You'll know how to do it. You'll be able to see it clearly. But you got to tap into it. And you have to, I keep hearing invitation. Might be too real. Might be too real. Might be too real. Some of you have been like doubting it. Like you doubt your creativity, or you doubt how much of a genius you are, or you let people get in your head, or people have told you like, oh, you're not as good as you think you are, or, oh, you don't know, or people tell you like, oh, you know, you think you're better, or, oh, I mean, this is a situation where it's like you don't think you're better, but you really are brilliant. Like I'm not even gassing you. Like I'm really not. Like I'm keeping this thing all the way real. Like I really want you to know that I'm keeping this thing all the way real. Like you really are that creative, okay? And that's going to apply. Of course, this is a general reading. This will apply for where it needs to go for you, okay? Everyone has their own sense of creativity, but some of you are really floating in that ancient energy, and it's time to ground that to now. It's time to revolutionize it, modernize it, bring it to new forms of creation for the right here, the right now, the age of Aquarius. Like we need you. We need you. We need you to bring it in. We need you. We need that new energy. Everything is so washed these days. Everything is like, how many times are we going to see the same thing? You know, and it's like, it's keeping us in our collective in that same frequency, that same loop, that same over and over and over again. And a lot of people that are in lower frequency, they love it because that's comfortable. It's like, oh, another remake. Oh, another reboot. Oh, when most of us are like, we're so tired. I know I am. Tired of the same thing. Tired of seeing the same thing. Tired of the same energy, okay? So we need you to bring this in. We need you to ground it and show us the new wave. And some of you get upset about that. Like you're like, oh, people are always copying you. Well, you're a leader, okay? And when you have that brilliance within you, because many of you have that, okay? People are gonna copy because they need that inspiration. Take it as a compliment. I know that sometimes it doesn't feel like it. No, you've been given it for a reason. They're meant to copy you. They're meant to bite your style. You are meant to be that inspiration where it's like, you put it on or you do whatever, and it's like everybody's like, yeah, I want to wear that, or I want to do that, or because you have the keys, like you have access to the next wave. Once you start this wave, start another one. Like that's how creative you are. You have the wisdom to start this lane and move into another lane and switch lanes again and do it again. And I just keep hearing might be too real. I don't know why I keep hearing that. I think it's like some of you don't believe it, or you don't trust it, or like maybe you feel like you've been let down, or people have manipulated you, or too many people copy you, or something about too many people copying you. And I'm here to tell you that that's a part of your story. But you have to own it as like, you know, you don't own it, but you own it. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta own it. I don't know. It's like you own it, but it's like you don't own it. Like it's leased to you from the universe, right? Like the universe gave it to you to bring. So you own that, but you know that it's all the universe. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that makes sense. Like, you gotta be in that energy. It can't, no ego here. It's not egoic. It's like, yeah, I was gifted to bring this in, to set this algorithm off, to set this algorithm in a new wave, but I don't own that, okay? I'm just grateful to be able to be that conduit, like, you know, to channel that, to, you know what I mean? Change it up. But you don't own it, okay? Like, you know, let me move it on. I hope you get it. I hope you get what I'm saying. All right, what is this? Pile 2. Your Akashic. Listen, your Akashic is open, okay? Catch the vibes. Your Akashic is open. And your Akashic is like, open for business. Let's get to work. Let's tap in to this flow of consciousness. Let's tap into this stream of energy. Let's tap into what we need to do to get to work, to create. This is an extremely creative time for you. Extremely creative. Writing, you need to be writing whatever it is down. Drawing, sketching, painting, music, whatever. Is a very, very creative time for you. And some of you may have been recently feeling pretty creatively blocked. Maybe that's not for everyone. But right now, this is the time to be like, create, because it's very open and you need to see it. Because there's something here about, again, you see the blurred side of it, or you're not seeing it clearly and you're ready to see the other side. Like, you are ready to see the other side of your creativity. And for some of you, again, this is multiple sides. Like, this is like, like seeing a lot, like really seeing things for what it really is. Like, multiple facets of this, seeing how gifted you really are. But you got to see it, I feel like for many of you, people see it already within you. Like, they see that you're creative, or they see that you are this type that brings in that new energy, that brings in the new stuff that we need to see, and they look to you for that. But maybe you don't fully see it. Let me get another card here. I'm telling you, you guys are open. You're open. Listen, I haven't even pulled a card yet. Catch the vibe. Like, you guys are open for business. Let's go. I'm telling you, look at this. We can't. I'm sorry. Like, you cannot. Called. This is your calling. This is your calling. Are you ready to walk through the door? Are you ready to walk through the portal? Are you ready to be known as this creative genius? And don't get caught up on, oh, they don't recognize me until this, or oh, they don't give me my flowers until then. No, bringing in the new wave, they don't even know. Most of this, listen, let's be real. Most people don't know, okay? Like, most people are in such a low frequency because of the programming and brainwashing and indoctrination. Like, say, for example, how like you'll have musicians and they'll say like, oh, that album was before its time. It wasn't before its time. No, it was right on time. The collective had to catch up. That's what this is. So some of you have been feeling like, oh, they don't get it. They don't get what I'm doing. They don't get me. Like, they always want to say, oh, I'm before my time. You really are. But you got to keep riding that wave, and you got to keep starting a new wave, because many of you are here to continue to, you start one lane, you bring that new wave in, and now it's time to pivot into the next lane. You can't keep riding that lane out for too long and you don't pivot. Some of you have been struggling with that. Like, you ride this one lane and you just keep going, and you don't pivot when you're supposed to, and you stay too long in that one lane. Okay, that's a message for someone. I hope that's coming through clear. This is your calling. You're meant to walk through multiple portals of creativity, of geniusness, of brilliance, to bring it to the collective, because again, it's within you. It's already within you, and it's open. And this is what you are called to do. Like, this is your calling. Look at this. It's time to step up. We can't make this up. Soul gifts and training. These are your gifts. Like, if you are an inventor and you invent something, that was a gift from the universe. So going back to, you own it, but you don't own it. You own it, but you don't own it, okay? But these are your gifts. Your Akashic is like, it's time to step up. It's time to create. It's time to go. It's time for you to see that you are here to create multiple things. And I'm not just like here to like, BS you. No, this isn't BS. This is real. Might be too real, okay? It is too real. Like, this is what you need to know. And this is where your Akashic is like, it's time to step up. It's time to really show them who you are, what you can do. And it's something about like pivoting. You know, like don't stay in one place too long. This is going to apply differently. Okay. This is, this is not, when I say don't stay too long, what I'm getting is like, you're meant to create multiple lanes here. Okay. So spread your energy wisely and go where the energy is flowing and create where that energy is guiding you to. Okay. Because you are meant to ground that. And again, you've got that ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom, ancient philosophy that's within you that a lot of people don't know about. Like many of you are probably very old souls, or you are seasoned in that way where you saw things. Many of you, I mean, most of you are probably old souls, because with having all that ancient energy, that's old soul energy. So you're just expanding on what you've already been creating. And since it's within your Akashic is inviting you. This is an invitation. You don't have to take it. It's just like if you get an invitation to a party, your Akashic is inviting you. Like, are you going to come, or are you just going to stay home? Are you going to step up and create, or are you just going to stay home and act like, you don't know that this is your calling and this is what you're supposed to be doing? So this is a very creative time for you. What else you need to know? This is like great. I'm telling you, look at this. You're going to be so blessed. But you already are. Do you see these portals? Like, look at this. This is now 2 portals here. Look at this. What is this? The golden children. Cannot make this up. This is inner child energy. So you know what? Your inner child is very active in your Akashic. Your inner child. Whenever I think of inner child, I'm always thinking of innocence and creativity. These are natural gifts. I just saw 2020. This is not forced. This is not like you have to try hard. You got to put this on. No, this is within you. It's not forced. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Many of you have rare gifts that there's something very purposeful that you are called to do, to create, to show, to bring to the collective. Like, that is your gift. The universe has given you this gift. And then you have been given the task to use this gift to create and contribute to humanity, to the world, to the collective, and not care how it's received, not care if they understand it, not care if they give you the positive feedback that you should receive, that you've already been approved. If you've been given this gift, the universe, source, God, all-knowing, divine, Allah, the Most High, Spirit, whatever you resonate with, can already see what this is, can already had the vision to drop it in your lap. Like, this is what it should be. The ball is in your court. What are you going to do with it? So, but that being said, it's already written. Like, it's already preordained. It's already divine. It's already going to be a masterpiece. You just have to trust it. You just have to trust the journey, and you have to continue to encourage yourself, feel confident, feel bold, and bring this energy down, because you're grounding it. Many of you have had lifetimes on other planets, star systems, in the galaxy, and you bring that out of this world energy to the collective. And again, you hear and see certain things. It's like, people are like, I don't really get it. And it's like, it's okay. Maybe in 5 years. Maybe in 5 years if we're lucky. But if not, it's okay. Everyone won't get it. But the people who are meant to get it will. And you know what? With us, transforming as a collective, more people are able to understand things, believe it or not. It's really, it's really getting great. Like, more people are able to, really digest things and critically think about things, it's really shifting. So, you know, that's very promising. It's very encouraging. But the point is that you have to encourage yourself and you have to be your number one fan. Okay? You have to. Because when you're bringing in that, we've never heard this, we've never seen this, we've never felt this type of energy, you have to be bold. There's no other way. There's no other way of doing this. There's bold, divine confidence all the way. Okay, so let's get a chakra card. Let's find out what chakras. We already know the sacral chakra, right? That's the creative center, that divine feminine center. And again, going back to the invitation has been sent, how to. Are you going to allow this? Are you going to attend the party in your Akashic, okay? Are you going to show up? So let's find out. What other chakras are, you know, being affected, or, you know, whatever you need to know about that. The chakras with the Akashic right now, okay? How to. Again, we just cannot make this up, okay? And look at that. 10, 11. I'm telling you, you guys are in alignment. You guys are in alignment, or you are aligning to something bigger and deeper here, or you are aligning to the grand master divine plan here. Okay, sacral chakra again. So sacral chakra is coming through very loud and clear. And you see here, you see, look at this beautiful image. This is the light. There's a lot around the light. Like the light is being shined on your gifts, your creativity, and that feeling of inspiration. And some of you may, again, may have been blocked. You may have been just not feeling inspired. You may have just been feeling just kind of like worn out, or just uninspired. And so this opening right now with the Lion's Gate is opening you up to more inspiration, to more ideas, to a deeper way of doing things. Because again, some of you are being guided to pivot. Okay, like you've been in one lane, you kind of made your mark in that lane. As we were talking about before, you are here to create multiple lanes. So it's time to pivot to the next lane. It's time to move on. And that's going to be different for everyone. You know, that's grounding differently for everyone. But if you are being guided to pivot, use this time to really tap into what that looks like for you and how you can creatively really go there. Some of you, this battery is about to die. So some of you may be feeling drained. Get some rest. Okay, so this can easily come out and you can get in that inspirational flow of energy to create. Okay, so that song that I was talking about, I'm going to link it below because I was just listening to it. It's called Mercury by Steve Lacy. I'm going to link it below. So, like, listen to the lyrics, okay? It's such a good song. Shout out to Steve Lacy. But, so you may be a Gemini, Virgo, or there's just big energy with that, okay? Where it's like the mind is constantly going. Maybe Gemini, Virgo, North Node, okay? For some of you, it's just like it's just going, okay? And that's that energy that's like, you got to ground it. You got to create. You got to do this. Because that's the only thing that's going to give you that true release, that relief, okay? Other things will too, but many of you, again, you're meant to create. So if your mind is constantly going, you're being asked to like release it, let it go, like let it out, bring it here on the earth, whether you're speaking it, writing it. You know, communication is big. Even if you don't have, like, if you're not a Gemini, Virgo, sun, moon, rising, you could have that in your Mercury, or again, North Node, or just, you know, a Venus, somewhere really prominent for you, okay? Or a lot of those placements. But let's get another, let's find out another chakra card, okay? What else is going on with your chakras? But yeah, listen to that song. It may be really activating, you know, because I just keep hearing it in my head. It might be too real. Might be too real. Something's too real, okay? And maybe you've been, I don't know, denying it, or, you know, whatever. I don't know. It's different for everyone. How to chakra. Play. So the heart. So again, inner child. This is more that inner child energy. Your inner child. So the things within your Akashic, right? Okay, a lot of that relates to that inner child within you, okay? Because this is, again, this is not just one lifetime here. This is not just your inner child from, when you were younger. We're talking about lifetimes of that inner child energy, that innocence, that gift, those gifts, those rare gifts, and that innocent and that magical and that wonder and that imagination and the creativity, the way you see the world. A lot of inner child energy within your Akashic wants to be revealed to you because this is heart healing. This is not only heart healing for you, because when you express yourself in that way, when you're able to express yourself creatively, that is warming and healing for you, for your own journey, and for, how you feel about yourself and your contributions to the world. But it's also about touching the hearts of many lives and souls within our collective. The type of creations that you create is going to touch people in the heart. It's going to have that effect on their heart or their soul, or it's just going to affect them really deeply. And so this is, again, that inner child within you, that inner child within your Akashic that has all this innocence and this wonder and this beauty, and it's not jaded, it's not compromised, it's just free. It's just free to create. It's free to do whatever it is it wants to do without judgment, without shame, without guilt, without people pleasing, without worrying about how people will receive it. Your Akashic is inviting you to tap into that and to follow that. It's an energy. It's a stream of energy, a stream of inspiration, a stream of consciousness that your inner child, that inner child energy in your Akashic is like, follow it, because you're going to get to where you need to go, where you are called to go, where you are called to step up, because this is your purpose. This is your calling. Many of you, again, you may just identify as just a creative because you're meant to create in so many different ways. It's not just music. It's not just fashion. It's not just content or photography or documentaries or writing. It's not poetry. It's not just one lane. You have multiple lanes. So you may just start identifying as this creative or just this person that creates, or, just to unbox yourself. And so your Akashic is like, unbox, be free. Just be free with it. Just create. Just trust that flow of energy. Don't lock it down. Don't lock yourself in. Don't conform. Don't fall into the labels of this and it's got to be like that, or they call you this, but you're trying to do that. Like, that gets you off track, Let's get your final messages here. Wow, this is big. This is big, Paltu. This is huge, okay? Huge. And this is like, for some of you, this is something where you are going to do this for the rest of your life here on earth. Like, different lanes, of course, but it's like you will never really retire. You know what I mean? Like, you may just kind of like stop being in one area and focusing on this other area, but you will never fully stop creating. Like, whether it's whatever it is, you just need to create. Like, your soul is like, this is what you have to do. This is how you feel alive and connected. And again, you have so many contributions to give to the planet. Wow, how too? This is deep. Might be too real, I'm telling you. Look at this. It's time to breathe life into this. The Akashic is saying, it's time to breathe life into your projects, breathe life into yourself, breathe life into this creativity so you can share that energy with the world. Because this is not just about like you, like doing what you need to do for your journey. It's the collective too. It's all encompassing here. And again, more of that heart energy. So this is really healing for your heart. Okay, this is really healing for the heart. And so your Akashic is saying that, like, just get swept away. Like, just get swept away in the energy. Don't overthink this. You know, that Mercury energy, it's so intellectual and so brilliant, but it's also can, you know, that shadow part of it can be overthinking yourself into a place of non-action, overthinking yourself into a place of like, it's not good enough, overthinking yourself into a place of they don't know how to receive it. And your Akashic is saying, just flow. Just breathe and flow. Like, let this energy just sweep you away. Let the vibe just take you. Let the creativity just show you where it needs to go, show you what it needs to do, because whatever it is here to show you. And just allow yourself to be guided to go with that energy. One more. Okay. So there's something with this dark matter here. There's mystery around who you really are. Okay? There's mystery around that. This is interesting. But there's also a rebirth. Your Akashic is saying that, like, it's more about like that whirlwind, you know, getting wrapped up in the whirlwind of it, getting wrapped up in like the flow of the creativity, but it's like mysterious. Like, you don't know what you're going to uncover. Like, you may have an idea, like, say for example, you are already a creative, like you're already writing or, you know, content creating or music or artistry or art, you know, you're already into it, right? Like, the Akashic is saying that, like, you really don't have any idea of how deep this goes, how creative you really are, and how you may begin to tap into some new talents or different things. Or there's something just very mysterious about this. Like, once you start, there's a rabbit hole here. Okay, that's what this is. It's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole of creativity, a rabbit hole of wisdom, a rabbit hole of knowledge that's going to put you in a place of constant and consistent transformation and rebirth if you allow it. It's a lot about allowing. And that sacral chakra, that's allowing, that's receiving the energy. So there's a rabbit hole of creativity. And again, this will provide constant and consistent transformations if you allow it. Okay, so when you begin to overthink, when you doubt, when you don't trust, when you you know, don't tap into that energy, that's when things get a little like, you know, you don't allow it to really free flow. But when you allow it to free flow, it's just going to keep going, and it's endless. And it's also mysterious, where you begin to uncover things that you're like, wow, like, whoa, you know, like that type of energy, like big, huge energy, okay? So if no one told you they love you today, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for loving yourself. Thank you for being right here, right now. Trust yourself, honor yourself. Allow your creativity to flow. Allow yourself to get wrapped up in that whirlwind and that, you know, rabbit hole of creative geniusness that you just have within you that just wants to come out. You just can't overthink it. I just saw 1111. You just have to trust it. You just have to flow. Accept the invitation to the party that your Akashic has invited you to. The party of creative, like creativity with no bounds, no limits, limitless creativity. I love you. I'll see you next time. Hi, File 3. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for being right here, right now, being consistent and persistent on your journey. Thank you for choosing to become your best version and to dive deeper into yourself. My name is Nicole. You chose relationships. Okay, let's tap in. So let's tap in to messages from your Akashic for right now for the Lion's Gate, okay? So you could be seeing 1212, 333, 111, okay? So the messages right now coming through from the Akashic records is really about your relationships. Obviously, we see that here, right? A lot of messages around how you connect with people, how you relate to people, how you, something about here people pleasing, something about how you compromise, something about dimming your light, something about how you show up in relationships and how that dynamic unfolds. Although it's about relationships, I am getting right now, for some of you, it's about relationships, but it's also about like how you show up in relationships, pile three. Like, are you loving yourself enough? Do you have proper boundaries? Are you people pleasing? Are you dimming your light? Are you, do you have too many trust issues? Are you letting fear get in the way of things? Are you self-sabotaging? Um, what is it that you need from relationships in order to feel safe, in order to feel loved, in order to feel cared for? Things like that, like how you show up in relationships, because it's not just about relationships, your relationships, past, present, future. It's not just about that. It's also about your energy in these relationships. This is what dictates how things move within a relationship, how the dynamics are, how you connect with that person, how that connects with you on your journey. Because here on our journey, relationships is really the heart of our existence. How we connect to others, how we connect with ourselves in that process, the relationship with ourselves, the relationships that we have with other people. This is how we learn. This is how we grow. This is how we expand, okay? And really become better and become enlightened and become more grounded in our existence here on earth. So your Akashic right now with this Lionsgate portal is highlighting the relationship you have with yourself, the relationship you have with other individuals, and how this has either hurt you, it's created stagnancy, it's created blockages, or how it helps you to expand, to grow, to move forward. It's really kind of highlighting that, like, what relationships serve you, what relationship dynamics serve you, what relationship dynamics don't serve you, what is it you deserve, what is it you feel you deserve, are you pouring into yourself? When you are connected with this individual, whether it's platonic, romantic, familial, does this person dim your light? Does this person add value to you? Is there an equal energy exchange between you and this person? Things like that. These things are really being highlighted. And it's interesting because this Lionsgate is accompanied with the Venus in retrograde. We have a retrograde in Venus, and Venus is the planet of love, and it talks about love and finances and connections. And it's in retrograde in the sign of Leo. This is Leo season. Happy birthday to all the Leos. This is also Lionsgate, which is, that lion energy, that heart energy, that courageousness, that boldness, that beauty, things like that. So all of these things are really being highlighted, which it could feel overwhelming, but your Akashic knows what you need. And like, your Akashic knows how to, give you that information, how to flow that information to you, how to flow that truth to you in a way where you can receive it. It's not overwhelming. It's not taking you under. Your Akashic does not want to overwhelm you. Your Akashic wants to help you. And with the Akashic being very open right now. It is open for you, Pal 3. It's open, but it's also highlighting these relationship dynamics. I'm getting a big energy for some of you around self-sabotage. You know, your Akashic may be pointing out to you self-sabotaging behaviors, self-deception, like the stories that you've been telling yourself, the lies that you've been telling yourself, or, you know, if someone comes into your life or this person is in your life, there could be self-sabotaging energy, like things don't really get going before you are ready to just, sabotage it, okay? But there could be self-sabotage within the relationship with yourself. And how does that show up? That shows up where are you self-sabotaging your relationship with your mission, with your purpose? Are you telling yourself you're not good enough? Are you telling yourself you don't know how to do that, or you can't do it, or you're not confident enough or powerful enough, or, it's not going to work, or, there is a big highlight around self-deception and self-sabotage. But let's get some more. Let's find out some more, because what I'm getting for you, Pile 3, especially with this is sacral chakra energy. So that's that divine feminine energy. But, honestly, I'm getting a blending, especially looking at this imagery here with the heart chakra, the solar plexus chakra, and sacral chakra. So those three chakras right there. So we're talking about the heart chakra, the solar plexus, divine masculine, and sacral chakra, divine feminine. Okay? And those three chakras are really going to be healed and upgraded during this time, because the Akashic Records is pointing out to you things that you may not have paid attention to, things that you may not have noticed about yourself. And it's also going to reveal to you whether this is past life related to childhood, related to ancestral, or related to all of the above, because sometimes that is the case. It's not just ancestral, it's not just childhood. Sometimes it's past life as well. It's all together. So the Akashic is going to reveal to you how deeply embedded some of these behaviors or the mindset or the beliefs really are within you, because your Akashic is the book of your soul, the blueprint of your soul, the encryption of what your soul is all about, the essence of your soul. So if you have a lot of heartbreak, if you have experienced a lot of heartbreak, or experienced a lot of rejection, or experienced a lot of abandonment, or unrequited love, things like that, like those type of themes, that creates beliefs around self-sabotage, fear, just not even wanting to be vulnerable, not trusting, not wanting to get too close, because you're automatically telling yourself this person is going to break your heart, or this person is going to abandon you, or this person is going to take advantage of you, or whatever the story is. So your Akashic is highlighting these things to help you to improve your relationship with yourself and the relationships that you have with other individuals. Because when you are able to improve the relationship you have with yourself, that will allow you to connect with people differently in a healthier way. Because the relationship you have with yourself is healthier, is grounded, is more empathetic or compassionate and understanding. And I want to just say that this is not about like if you start to recognize fears or self-sabotage or abandonment issues, this isn't a moment to come down on yourself or say to yourself like, oh, you ruined that relationship because you were so fearful, or oh, you ruined it, you cut that person off because you just didn't trust them because, you have issues with that. This is about being so loving, so kind, so patient and understanding with yourself. That like, hey, it's okay. Like, really talking to yourself, like, I understand why you cut that person off, or I understand why you ghosted that person, or I understand why you didn't trust, or you told yourself this, or you self-sabotage. Like, loving yourself through this process. It's not a time to condemn yourself, to come down on yourself. love yourself and accept yourself and understand that these are the wounds. This is the wounding within you. This is, experiences that you've had, and it's in there. And especially if it's a situation where it's been in there and you haven't healed it, like you've had so many different experiences and it hasn't really been healed, or you haven't integrated certain lessons, and stuff like that. It's just going to linger. It's going to stay there until it's dealt with. And so your Akashic is going to be really highlighting that to you during this Lionsgate portal, or whenever you find this. This is timeless, okay? But let's find out some more. Wow, this feels really deep, because again, the relationships is so important. It's so important to us, aligning with higher versions of ourselves and aligning to higher dimensions, because we understand ourselves better through our relationships with other people, because that's how we are able to gather more knowledge, gather more wisdom, but also learn. Other people help us to learn about ourselves and learn how to connect better with other individuals, okay? Pile 3. What do you need to know from your Akashic? Wow, portal. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's get into it. Portal here. So there's a portal. Your Akashic is asking you to go through this portal. And for some of you, this may be really challenging. Okay, I'm going to be very honest, because you see here how it's like, it almost looks like an illusion, or like that type of, okay, doors are opening. You decide, rewards, wild card. So you're being asked, this portal is open or doors are opening. You decide. You don't have to walk through it. You don't have to walk through the hall of abandonment. You don't have to walk through this door of rejection. It's up to you, or this door of self-sabotage. You don't have to walk through it. But if you decide, you will be rewarded. You'll be rewarded with healing, with more unconditional love, more unconditional acceptance for yourself, and physical rewards, okay? It's not just about emotional, mental, it's also physical. So this is a wild card energy where you don't know what's going to be revealed to you. Say, for example, you were in a romantic relationship or a romantic situation, and you were under the impression that the situation broke down because that person did this and that, like that person betrayed you, or that person did this, or whatever. It may be revealed to you that although those things did happen, this is not to say that, that wasn't the truth. Like, yes, it is possible, or that did actually happen. However, your energy you may have been kind of shining that energy of, well, I already don't trust you anyway. So if you go ahead on and cheat on me, then it's to be expected, because I never really trusted you to begin with. Like, I hope that makes sense. Like, you could have already been giving off the energy of, well, you're not trusted. I say I trust you, but I really don't trust you. And like, when someone feels that, again, not to say that it's right, okay? Not saying that their behavior is right at all. But if someone feels that, they may say, well, they're already not trusted, so anything goes. Who cares if they cheat, or who cares if they betray you, okay? So that may be something that, may become clear to you, that maybe if you did really trust that person, or you gave off trustworthy energy, maybe the person wouldn't have betrayed you. But, we don't know, right? Who's to say? But things like that, like things may be revealed that felt like an illusion. It may be very clear to you when you walk through this portal. Or your relationship with self-sabotage, or your relationship with fear, or your relationship with deception. Because when you have these relationships, if you are still holding on to fear of whatever it is, say, for example, you have a friend and you have fear that, or you've been betrayed by a friend, like the friend stole money from you, or they lied to you, or they backstabbed you, something like that. and you're holding on to that fear, whether you realize it or not, that energy is being put out there, where it's like, again, there's trust issues, or you fear this person may steal from you or lie to you. And you end up manifesting that, where it's like that does happen. And it could be because this energy is within you and it's like telling you like that's going to happen again, because you really haven't healed that part. You really haven't reconciled that. So I hope that makes sense. So for some of you, that may be the case here, where you could have been in some sort of illusion, and things are going to be a bit more clear as to how relationship patterns, relationship behaviors, or how things broke down, or the breakup, or there may be some enlightenment around that. And it may not be easy. It may be something where it's like you're really having to look at yourself and say to yourself, like, wow, maybe you thought you really didn't contribute to whatever happened in the circumstance. And maybe you realize that some of your energy did contribute it, or some of your thinking or your beliefs or the things that you were holding on to from the past kind of contributed to the dynamics in this relationship. And it's not always easy. Sometimes, those moments of like truth and clarity, it's not always easy, but it's rewarding in the sense of it's no longer a lie, it's no longer an illusion. And if you're able to hold that space for yourself, to love yourself, to be understanding and kind and empathetic, you could say like, self, you did that because you were wounded, or you didn't trust because you were hurt, or you had issues with rejection, or you had issues in this place. This is why you did that. You didn't do that because you just were whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you did that because of what you were already dealing with that you didn't heal. You were dealing with heartbreak or sadness and pain. It's about getting to the root of it, so your relationships can improve, so you can have healthy relationships and you can maintain healthy relationships moving forward, okay? Because your Akashic is definitely saying you deserve that. You deserve to have healthy relationships, and you deserve to have healthy dynamics within a relationship. Okay, look at this. Trust the timing, okay? Trust the timing. So your Akashic is saying this is it. The timing is now. The timing is now for this to be revealed. The timing is now for you to go on this journey. You see, it's like you see these individuals. It's like these are the different parts of yourself, okay? This is your frequency in different timelines and different places, and it's time to connect it. It's time to bring it all together. It's time for a full circle moment. I'm really getting full circle moment. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out, okay? So there's something here around time not running out. Someone needs to hear that. So say, for example, you've been waiting for something. Maybe you've been waiting for true love, or you've been waiting for true, genuine, platonic friendships and things like that, or better family situations. The time is not running out for that. And your Akashic wants for you to know that you coming in on this wave of wanting the truth, because your Akashic is ready to give it to you, but your Akashic can only give you what you allow. You can choose to stay in an illusion. You can choose to stay in this place of just not knowing and, being ignorant to what it really is. But your Akashic is saying, like, if you're ready for the truth, it's ready to be revealed. It's ready to be revealed for expansion, improvement, and a healthier way of living, a better quality of life within your relationships. And again, it's not just your relationship with other people, but the relationship with yourself. Because if you are telling yourself certain stories, or you're telling yourself you're believing fear, or you're believing these things like you're not good enough, or you're not worthy of things, or you're just going to continue to be abandoned or continue to be rejected, things like that, then that is going to continue to repeat itself. That's going to continue to manifest. So trust this timing. Trust that time has not run out. Trust that, the things that you were seeking within your relationships specifically. Like, say, for example, you are seeking higher levels of commitment, or you are seeking real connections, authentic people, people that won't lie to you, that are loyal, that you can trust, that you will have that. You will have that, but there's something that needs to be reconciled within the Akashic, that needs to be revealed to you so you can know the truth, so you can heal it. Because once we know the truth, now we can heal. Now we can begin that process. You know the truth, like this is what it is. It's like, okay, now you have to feel it. The truth has been revealed. Now let's feel it. Feel the emotions. If you feel angry with yourself, it's okay. If you feel angry with that person, or hurt or emotional, all those things are okay. But let's not sit there. Let's not keep that going. Let's transform. But let's give ourselves the space to really feel it. Let's not try to like hurry up and say, okay, I'm angry, but I want to move on now. Like, you have to really feel it. And then after that, you can forgive. And once in that forgiveness process, you have more of that like understanding. And this again applies to any relationship, including the relationship you have with yourself. Okay. So you take that process and apply it so you can have better within your relationships, because this could be a work situation, it could be a business partnership. Trust and loyalty and all those things are at the foundation of relationships. And if you have issues around that, it's going to be difficult to maintain a healthy balance. This is not to say that you're not going to ignore red flags, or like you're not going to have boundaries. No, you will have those things, but you will be able to have a better relationship with trusting people, or seeking that loyal connection. I feel many of you are seeking that, and you're seeking real people, authenticity, people that can be real with you, that they're living truthfully, they're not living in an illusion, things like that. Now, what chakras are being impacted? I mean, we said the heart chakra, solar plexus, and the sacral, but what else is going on? Okay, pile 3. Okay, look again, clarity. So more of the truth. Okay, so this is third eye energy. So your third eye is going to be impacted through this process of the Lion's Gate. And this is, again, clarity is the truth. You see here how that's clear? You're going to be able to see things crystal clear. And for some of you, this may be challenging. And it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, say, for example, there's an individual that you were really in love with, and it didn't work out. And you're able to see things very clearly for why it didn't work out. Maybe before you weren't able to see it. Maybe before it was just, a lot of illusions going on, and you just couldn't really understand what was going on there. It's going to be crystal clear to you. It's going to be so clear where you can forgive, you can heal. So it's going to be so clear to you where you are going to have that ability to, again, forgive, heal, and move forward. Whatever it is that's going to be revealed to you. And it could be more than one thing, because, this portal is open for quite a few days here. So, if you are really allowing and open to receiving the truth will be revealed to you in the manner that you're able to receive it. Remember, your Akashic is not going to overwhelm you. If your Akashic is feeling like, okay, this information, your Akashic is going to give it to you at the rate that you need to receive it. So, it can feel like a lot of information coming at you, but just know that you are able vibrationally, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually able to receive it at the way it's coming to you. And for some of you, this could connect to your current relationships that you have in your life now, like seeing things a bit more clearly, like, are people giving to you the way you give? Again, equal energy exchange, clarity around boundaries, clarity around who is really loyal, who is really helpful to your growth. You know, because sometimes with relationships, that person or that situation is only there to teach us something, and then we're meant to move on. But sometimes if we have like issues around, you know, codependency and things like that, we keep people around longer than we should because we're afraid to let them go. And so your Akashic may reveal that to you, that like this person, you need to move on from this person, or you need to put some more space in between you and this person. It's too codependent, you know, things like that. Let's find out some more. What else is going on with the chakras for pile 3? Forgiveness. So yeah. So this is around a lot of heart healing, the heart chakra again. And this is going to allow you to really forgive. And really, like, for some of you, I'm getting this energy around like really allowing you to forgive so you can really move on and move on to what you really deserve. Because for some of you, there's blockages here. Your Akashic is going to highlight to you blockages around the heart chakra or blockages within the sacral chakra or the solar plexus, where this was impacting your ability to attract better or attract what you need or attract what you deserve, or you know, still your energy is still in places from the past. Say, for example, a relationship or friendship, you know, ended like a year ago or 10 years ago. Some of your energy may still be there with that person because you have to forgive some more to release yourself and free your energy and call back in your energy, because this is about your freedom. This is about you freeing yourself. Regardless of if that person forgives you, that's not your business, but this is about you being free and you moving forward on your journey to expansion and better and, you know, continuing to move forward and elevate, okay? So your Akashic is inviting you to forgive and giving you that clarity to be able to forgive, because sometimes it's like, you know, we hold on to things and, you know, sometimes it's a situation like I know on my journey, like when I'm guided to forgive something, sometimes I need a little bit more clarity or a little bit more information or more truth, even though I definitely have within myself, like I'm not allowing anyone to block me. I'm not allowing any situation to block me and, you know, things like that. But sometimes I need a little bit more information to forgive again or to forgive in the first place. So your Akashic is going to give you that clarity, that truth, and it's going to be crystal clear. You see the crystals here? It's very clear. It's going to be a situation where it's like, you know, there's no denying it. There's no like, even if it hurts, because it may hurt, you know, sometimes the truth is not always fluffy and cupcakes and rainbows. Sometimes it is hurtful. It's hurtful, but again, having that understanding that there's wounding there or whatever the situation is. And, you know, again, that's going to be clear, whatever it is, you know, for whatever the situation is. The truth will be very clear to you. But after you receive that clarity, it's going to ask you to forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive the person or the people, and free yourself and call your energy back in so you can move forward and you can elevate and you can heal and you can transform and, you know, attract what you really desire. Because remember, like that card said, time is not running out. Trust the timing. You know, you removing these blockages, you removing these obstacles will align you to the things you truly desire and what you truly deserve. Some of you may have had many lifetimes of challenging relationships, including this lifetime, where things have really been challenging, like things have been really up and really been down, or it's just been, again, challenging with the people that you've had connections with. And you're ready for calm, like you're ready for smooth, you're ready for equal balanced energy exchange and people that respect you and love you and loyal to you, okay? All right, pile 3, let's get your final messages. What else do you need to know from your Akashic, pile 3? Okay, look at this bravery oceans. So what this is saying is like the floodgates are opening. Okay, you know how they say that the floodgate opened or whatever? You know, the floodgate is open and you're being asked to balance as you dive deep. This is diving deep energy. This is like you're going to go there. You're going to go there with yourself. You're going to go there with your relationship with yourself and the relationships with other individuals. You're going to go there and you're going to see it clearly. Again, with this, like, there's something here about clarity. Some of you may have been seeking clarity. You've been seeking to know the truth, why, you know, your relationships have been unsuccessful, why you attract the people you attract, why you are, you know, you have this anger or resentment, or why can't you get the true love you really deserve. It's really going to be clear to you. And you're being asked to be brave. You're being asked to be loving. Treat yourself like you're this child. You know, treat yourself like you're this child. Your inner child is out, that you're just trying to figure it out. You're curious. You're trying to balance. You're just trying to understand things on a deeper level here and allow the emotions to flow. Water represents emotions. So allow yourself to feel it, because, you know, that's how we heal. If you were really, you know, you dealt with heartbreak, you have anger, pain, sadness, betrayal, resentment, bitterness, feel it. Feel it. You know, that's the only way you're going to be able to move beyond to forgive. You have to feel it. And you can't make excuses. You can't, you know, even if it's with yourself, like you really see that, like, you may have really self-sabotaged great relationships in your life. That's painful because, you know, you may feel like, oh, you want to blame yourself, like you did this and you did what, like how could you do this, you know, things like that. And it's like, don't beat yourself up. Be brave. Brave enough to love yourself, brave enough to be vulnerable, brave enough to hold space, to forgive yourself and say, you did that because you were wounded. You did that because you were hurt. You did that because you had this pain around, you know, whatever it is for you, abandonment, rejection, unrequited love, you know, all those things, okay? So this requires you, your Akashic is asking you to be brave, and it's asking for you to trust and balance and feel what you feel. And again, hold the space for yourself, okay? Let's get one more. One more for about 3. Pressure. Look at this transformation. It's happening. If you allow this to happen, it's going to happen, and you will never be the same. You're going to be elevated, wiser, more grounded, more balanced. Like if you really allow, like this is also like, look, you see these specks here? It's like that energy is coming back to you. You're calling back in your energy. You're calling back in your power. Some of you, again, your energy is scattered. It's scattered 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Like it's scattered. It's scattered in all these different pieces of heartbreak. Heartbreak from childhood, heartbreak from, you know, a few years ago. Whatever it is scattered and is ready to come back home. It's ready to come back to you so you can transform. You can rise up. You can have your phoenix moment. You can elevate and ascend to a higher level, higher frequency, to have better, healthier, stable relationships. And that's what you're doing. It's an alchemical process here. This is alchemy. This is alchemy at its finest level, because this is mind, body, and soul. It's mentally, it's emotionally, it's spiritually, and physically. Well, you will never be the same. And those type of things that have, you know, say for example, you know, you have an abandonment wound that's really deep, that you really heal that. So like moving forward in your relationships, you don't feel codependent. You don't feel that that person, if they say they need a break, or, you know, whatever the situation is that could have been a trigger in the past, you don't feel like you're going to be abandoned by them. You don't feel like they're going to leave you, or, you know, you just have better boundaries and, you know, all sorts of things. And even the relationship with yourself, where you're not self-sabotaging. You're real with yourself. You're truthful with yourself. If you feel fearful, you're telling yourself, hey, you do feel afraid. And, you know, like, why do you feel afraid? Like, really being able to unpack that. You're able to do this in a healthier and a more transformed, elevated manner that is so conducive for your journey moving forward. Okay. So this is about freedom. This is about transformation. This is about letting alchemy happen, you know, and wrapping up cycles. And say, for example, you're like, well, Nicole, I don't really know my past lives, or like, I'm not really in tune with that energy. Since the Akashic is open, it's all of it, right? It's all encompassing, all these lifetimes. So things that you've dealt with this lifetime, it correlates to past lives. It's all at the same time. So the same type of lessons that you've been learning and trying to integrate, and it's all going to connect for you. It's full circle. You know, this is a full circle moment for you, but you just have to allow it and to do the work and bravely do the work. And again, it's not easy, but it doesn't have to take a long time. And you just feel what you need to feel and trust it. If no one tells you they love you today, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Be brave. Keep going. You got this. Accept yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Empathetic with yourself. You got this. You're braver than you know. You're stronger than you know. Let alchemy happen. Transform. I love you. I'll see you next time.